You ever notice how loud silence can get? I mean, real silence. Not the peaceful kind. Not the kind you get when the world finally slows down. No, I'm talking about the kind that sits in your chest. The kind that echoes through empty rooms. The kind that reminds you that nobody's coming. I didn't always live like this. This house used to be full. Noise everywhere. Shoes by the door. Arguments over the TV remote. Laughter that spilled into the kitchen. I used to complain about it, you know. Can y'all keep it down for 5 minutes? Funny thing is, I'd give anything to hear that noise again. I'm 81 years old now. And my kids? They stopped visiting. Didn't happen all at once. No, it's never that obvious. It starts small. A missed Sunday here. A canceled dinner there. Sorry, Dad, something came up. Next weekend, I promise. Yeah, that word promise gets real light as time goes on. Next thing you know, next weekend turns into next month. Next month turns into nothing. At first, I didn't think much of it. I told myself the same things you're probably telling yourself right now. They're busy. They got responsibilities. This is just how life goes. And maybe that's true. But let me ask you something. How busy do you have to be to forget the man who raised you? So I started calling more. Not too much at first. Just a quick check-in. Hey, son, how you doing? Hey, baby girl, everything all right? Short conversations. Real short. Like they were always standing somewhere, halfway out the door, and I could feel it. You can always feel it. When someone's talking to you, but they ain't really with you. Then I started calling more often, 3 times a week, then 5, sometimes twice in one day. Yeah, I know how that sounds. But when that silence starts creeping in, you'll do anything to push it back. I left voicemails, a lot of them. Hey, just checking on you. Call me when you get a chance. I miss you. And then I'd sit there, phone in my hand, waiting, listening for that ring, like my whole day depended on it. Because, truth be told, it did. You ever waited on a phone call that never came? You check the screen every few minutes. Turn the volume up. Carry the phone with you from room to room. Even take it to the bathroom, just in case. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Days would pass. Nothing. Not a call, not a text. Just silence. And let me tell you something. There ain't no sound louder than a phone that doesn't ring. That's when the thoughts start, late at night, staring at the ceiling. Maybe I was too hard on them. Maybe I worked too much. Maybe I wasn't there enough. You start replaying everything, every mistake, every argument, every moment you wish you could take back. Like if you just think hard enough, you'll find the reason they stopped coming. I did that for years. Yeah, years. Carrying that guilt like it was mine alone. Until one day, something in me snapped. Not anger, not sadness, just clarity. I had just called my son. Went straight to voicemail. Again. And I heard myself leaving the same message I'd left 100 times before. Hey, it's Dad. Just checking on you. And right there, mid-sentence, I stopped, hung up, looked at that phone. And for the first time, I asked myself a question I should have asked a long time ago. What am I doing? See, there's a difference between love and chasing. And somewhere along the way, I crossed that line. I wasn't calling because I wanted to. I was calling because I was afraid. Afraid that if I stopped, they'd forget me completely. Afraid that silence meant I didn't matter anymore. But then it hit me hard. If someone needs a reminder that you exist, they already made peace with your absence. That truth, it don't go down easy. It burns, but it also wakes you up. So I made a decision that day, a hard one, the kind that feels wrong at first. I stopped calling completely. No warning. No announcement. No, I'll wait for you to call me. Just stopped. First week felt like withdrawal. I'd reach for my phone without thinking, open my contacts, hover over their names, then put it down, pick it back up, put it down again, over and over. Because I wasn't just breaking a habit. I was breaking an attachment. Second week, the silence got heavier, not lighter, heavier. Because now I knew this wasn't an accident. They weren't just missing my calls. They weren't calling at all. And that's when most people break. That's when you pick the phone back up and say, maybe just one call, maybe just one message. But I didn't. I couldn't. Because I finally understood something. Every time I chased them, I was teaching them I had nothing better to do than wait. And people, even your own children, they pull away from that kind of wait. So instead, I did something different, something I hadn't done in a long time. I looked at my own life, really looked at it, and what I saw was a man who had been on pause for years, just waiting for visits, waiting for calls, waiting for someone else to give his life meaning again. That's when I remembered something my father told me years ago. He said, if you chase a butterfly, it'll always fly away. But if you build a garden, it might come to you. So I started building. At first it was small. I fixed that broken chair in the corner, cleaned out the garage, things I'd been putting off forever. Then I got out the house, joined a morning walking group. Didn't know nobody there. Didn't matter. We walked, we talked, we laughed. Real laughter, the kind I hadn't heard from myself in years. I started cooking again, not just throwing something together, actually cooking, trying recipes, burning a few along the way, but enjoying it. I picked up old hobbies, things I used to love before life got so busy, before everything became about work and providing and raising kids. And slowly, something started to change. The silence didn't feel so empty anymore. It felt peaceful, because for the first time in a long time, I wasn't waiting. I was living. And then, one day, my phone rang. I looked at it. Didn't rush. Didn't panic. Just looked. It was my daughter. I let it ring for a second, not out of spite, but because I wasn't desperate anymore. I answered, "Hey, Dad." Her voice sounded different, softer, curious. "Just wanted to check on you." Funny how that works. When you stop chasing, people notice. When your absence replaces your presence, they start to wonder. But listen, this is important, real important. Don't change your life to make them come back. Change your life so you don't need them to. Because here's the truth. Nobody wants to say out loud. Sometimes they don't come back. Sometimes people, even your own blood, choose distance, choose themselves, choose a life that doesn't include you the way you hoped. And if your happiness is tied to that phone ringing, you'll spend the rest of your life waiting. I'm not doing that anymore. My kids? I love them, always will. That don't change. But I love myself too, enough to stop begging, enough to stop chasing, enough to live. So now, my door is open. They can come by any time, call any time, sit at my table, eat my food, laugh with me. But I'm not standing at that door anymore. I'm inside, building my life, living my days, enjoying what time I got left. And if they decide to be part of it, that's a blessing. But if they don't, I'll still have my garden. Final punchline. I didn't lose my children. I just stopped losing myself trying to keep them.